At UConn and UConn Health, we serve a diverse range of students, employees, patients, and other guests and constituents. As such, it is important to consider the unique needs of all learners when designing our educational programs and services. Doing so helps mitigate potential barriers to learning and fosters an inclusive and accessible learning environment for all. For example, Ophelia is a proud UConn student with aspirations of becoming a child guidance counselor. She has experience working with children in a variety of settings, is amazing at building and nurturing relationships, and is commonly viewed as a leader among her peers. She is also legally blind. How can you ensure Ophelia is able to fully participate and access your course materials? What about Wynn, a marketing student who has a hearing disability? Wynn is particularly excited to learn about the concepts covered in your online class this semester. After starting your class, Wynn informed you that they are concerned about missing audio content in your class that is not also provided in a visual format through the use of captioning. Again, what steps can you take to ensure all students, including those with varying backgrounds and abilities, can have an equally accessible and successful learning experience? Let's go over a few key strategies you can apply to do just that. But first, let's discuss why this topic is so important. UConn is committed to providing equal opportunities for all students and is required to do so under the Americans with Disabilities Act, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, and state law. In addition to this obligation, accessibility allows learners to engage fully with their classes, peers, and faculty. Accessible learning allows individuals with all abilities to obtain the most out of their UConn experience and ultimately ensures that education is inclusive and available to everyone. While we all play an important role in promoting accessibility at UConn, this video will focus on the role of publishers and instructors. Publishers include anyone who develops communication materials. One way publishers can support accessibility is by providing their content in multiple formats, including but not limited to PDFs, Word documents, videos, and ebooks. Such formats offer various accessibility features, such as the ability to magnify text, adjust line spacing, and wrap text when resizing windows. To ensure that all members of the UConn community have equal access to course materials, it's important for faculty to plan ahead and place their textbook orders through UConn's partnership with Barnes & Nobles in a timely manner. Please note that the Higher Education Act states that a university must post all costs associated with a course, including course materials, at the time of registration. Therefore, it's important to get your materials ordered before registration for the subsequent semester begins. This gives Barnes & Noble the necessary lead time to work with publishers to request alternate media, such as PDFs, Word documents, and ebooks. Once the alternate media is received, the Center for Students with Disabilities, or the CSD, can begin the process of additional adaptation of textbooks and associated materials if needed. Providing course content in multiple formats, including but not limited to documents such as Word, PowerPoint, and PDF documents, as well as videos, audios, images, and websites, can also improve accessibility and ensure equal participation. Here are 9 additional strategies to implement when developing your course materials. First, be sure to use captions. Captioning and transcribing videos and audio files not only make your content accessible to those who are deaf or hard of hearing, but can benefit anyone, including those who need to read along with the audio, those who speak a different language, or even those whose study space is in a public setting, making the use of audio challenging. Use sans serif fonts. Such types of fonts do not have the small lines or serifs at the end of the letter, which gives them a clearer appearance, making them a smart choice for digital content, web design, and user interface design. Examples of sans serif fonts include Arial, Calibri, and Verdana. Include semantic structure in headers, and be sure to use a font size of at least 12 to improve accessibility, enhance readability, and make the content easier to navigate. Use true tables with headers to organize information. This makes it easier to read and understand relationships between data, which enhances accessibility for those using assistive technologies and allows for easier data manipulation and analysis. Add alt text for images to improve web accessibility. Providing a description of images benefits individuals who are visually impaired and use screen readers to access the content. It also ensures that the information on the page is understandable, even when images don't load. Use descriptive hyperlinks. These are hyperlinks in a web page or document that clearly and accurately describe the destination and purpose of the link. They improve accessibility and usability and make the purpose and destination of the link clear. Ensure adequate color contrast when preparing course materials, and do not use color as the only way to convey information. This ensures that text stands out against its background, making it more legible and easier to read. Use optical character recognition, or OCR, when creating PDFs from scanned materials. This can be done using copiers under the UConn UPrint program. Doing so makes the document searchable and selectable, allowing individuals with visual impairments to more easily access and use the information through screen readers or other assistive technology. It also makes the information more readily accessible for search and indexing purposes. And lastly, use the accessibility checkers available in Microsoft Office or Blackboard Ally in Blackboard or Husky CT to help identify potential barriers to accessibility, such as missing alt text for images, improperly structured headings, poor color contrast, and other accessibility issues. Again, UConn is committed to providing all members of its community, including individuals with disabilities, equal access to its educational programs and services. Taking steps to proactively consider the unique learning needs of students and address potential issues early in the course design process not only helps ensure compliance with accessibility laws and regulations, but leads to a more inclusive and accessible learning experience for all. To learn more about any of the strategies outlined in this clip, or for more information on this topic, visit accessibility.uconn.edu/IT accessibility, or contact IT Accessibility at uconn.edu or csdtech@uconn.edu. Also, be sure to check out the resource guide accompanying this video. Thank you.